Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ultimate Burner Show, the stand-up comedy competition where you, the audience, get to text vote for your favorite comic of the week. My name is James and I'm the host. Of course, you already figured that out, seeing as how I am the only one standing in your screen right now. There's no one else here. It's been lonely. So anyways, to get right to it, this week we had 4 comics submit 2-minute clips of some of their jokes, and it's up to you to determine who among them is the funniest. To do this, the way we're going to do it is by using a good old-fashioned texting system. Underneath every comic's name, there's going to be a unique code that you're going to be able to text to the phone number 22333. You're allowed to vote for multiple comics tonight, but only vote for the ones that you think are funny. If they're not funny, they don't deserve your vote. They don't deserve your love. They don't deserve to even be on my show. As I mentioned last week, everyone's going through a difficult time due to this coronavirus outbreak, and one of the ways that I want to give back is by using my show to not only host a contest, but also a fundraiser. So, if you're willing and able to and have any funds to donate, please Venmo any amount of money to this account right here. Yes, it's my Venmo account, but I promise I'm going to redistribute that money evenly amongst the comics you see here tonight. Of course, the winner's going to get a bigger chunk of that change, but something is better than nothing, and I appreciate any amount of money you give at all. Even if it's $1, even if it's 50 cents, something is something, and I appreciate that you're giving it to us. And with that being said, pull out your phones. I hope you're ready to laugh. This is the Ultimate Burner Show. May the funniest comic win.
I got a finishing move. It's where they get the guy's head thrown into the mat. Some people call it an RKO. Some people call it a diamond cutter. My boss calls it a fireball offense. So, if anyone's hiring, that'd be great. But I love wrestling, man. Professional wrestling for me is amazing. Professional wrestling is like Jesus Christ, okay? Like, hear me out. 1, tons of people all over the world follow it religiously. And 2, it's real. Just got out of a 6-year-long relationship, 6 years, and thank you. One man. You pro-gay? Don't nod at that. Do not nod at that. Not a good call. No, 6-year-long relationship, man. And what's crazy is she wanted to be intimate like 5 or 6 times a day. And if I was lucky, one of those times would be with me. But sad joke, guys. I want to end on this. I don't want to end on a joke. I want to end on a message. And this is what that message is. You guys can have fun. You guys have a great time. But if there's one drug you should never do, it is acid. All right? Hear me out. Don't do it. I'll tell you why. I had a horrible experience. I tried acid once. And I was having a crazy trip when my little brother walked in and asked if he could try some. Which is the one thing you do not want to hear as an only child. Hey guys, thank you. My name is Erik Escobar.
I got my diagnosis when I was 17 years old. I had a girl over for the first time, and we went to sleep in the same bed, and then I woke up in an ambulance, which I thought I had done something awesome. Where I was I'm like, wait, we were in bed together, and then now I'm in this ambulance. What happened? And they were like, yeah, you had a seizure during your sleep. She called an ambulance and that's why you're here. I was like, why are you over-explaining stuff? And he's like, well, you were in a twilight state for a long time, so we had to kind of ask you questions to see how lucid you were. I was like, how'd that go? And they go, well, we asked you who the president was and you said Rutherford B. Hayes, which is technically kind of sort of correct. I'm like, what? Okay, what else? And they're like, well, We asked you what the day of the week was, and you recited the Unabomber's Manifesto. So that's probably a whole nother set of shit that you got to figure out for yourself. Epilepsy is not actually what I have. It's not. I don't have like the full. If you shine a light in my face, I'm not going to fall over. I have something called nocturnal seizure disorder, which is a lighter form of it, and it only happens during sleep, and it happens because of lack of sleep, which is a dick move. That is my body's equivalent of when you were a kid. You remember when you were a kid and you'd be like, you know what, I'm going to do something nice and go do the dishes, and then your mom's like, hey, can you do the dishes? And
I got like 4 hours of sleep, you know, working with dogs. What a grueling job. Dogs are fascinating though. You know, you take them outside and they instinctually know like that's where they're supposed to pee. It's like just like when I step into my shower. These are obviously jokes. I pee outside all the time too. Because by dog law, that means I own a ton of territory. Right? They're mainly dumpsters behind bars in West Hollywood. You know how thrilling it is knowing that I own property in California in this economy, you guys? You guys are the ones fucking up, not me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't expect to make anyone in here laugh tonight. I didn't really care if I did or not because I just came from performing in one of the hardest rooms in all of Los Angeles. I had to do 50 minutes at my therapist's office. And I got her to laugh twice. Nailed it. Now we're on the same page. No, she's a great woman. She understands that I don't want to take medication, mainly because I can't afford another monthly subscription to anything. Between Hulu and Zoloft, Handmaid's Tale is gonna win. I don't even watch that show, you guys. I don't watch that show because it's terrifying for women, right? But I saw like one episode and I was terrified in a very specific way because a lot of us are afraid our reproductive rights are gonna be taken away. I watched that show and I was like, oh, I'd be one of the blue bitches. I'm not wrecking my body, I'd be one of them. You know, that's like makes you a really horrible person, so I just shut that show off before I got too addicted.
I don't know, man. I'm out of shape. That's really it. I'm trying to change my eating habits, and the way that it triggered it is because I went to my doctor for the first time, and not ever, motherfucker. Like here in LA. Come on. I don't look that bad. Okay, and so the doctor looked at my chart and then looked at me, and she said, I'm not making this up. She goes, well, I guess we're not taking care of our bodies, huh? Right, and I wanted to be like, you can't say that to me. I'm your patient. But then I remembered 2 days before I went to my doctor, I heard myself snoring before I fell asleep. Dude, that threw me off. Like, I was watching Friends, I was like... And it scared me. Okay, this is totally true. Okay, guys, real truth. It scared me because for like a second, I thought the noise was a ghost. I did. And then I realized that it was me snoring, and I wish it was a ghost because I'd rather be haunted by an entity than be this fucking out of shape, y'all. Like, I don't want to be huge, you know? I just want to be fit enough to whenever I see that I'm sore, people don't go, why? Did you get in a car accident? What's wrong? No, bitch, I went to the... Damn. I don't know.
And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe if you're part of the YouTube channel. If you're a comic and you're interested in submitting your 2-minute clip to my show so you can compete, send any clips to my email at thecomedyshowrunner@gmail.com. I look forward to working with all of you, and please, everyone, please remain healthy and safe and wash your hands and all of that. We can get through this together. All right, I'll see you guys next week. I'll be announcing the winner and the next round of comics on Sunday. Till next time. I don't have an ending. I don't have an